Who wants to play D&D? Do we want to
Oh
start?
yeah, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
No, you're wrong.
D&D is a
Every time you're
byproduct
wrong.
of when we hang out.
Yeah.
It's decided. Like
Yeah.
it's
We're hanging out,
simply a
and we happen
consequence.
to play D&D
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's simply a consequence of us hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
D&D is like the best consequence. Oh my god.
I
no.
wish all life's consequences were D&D.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add that to the script PowerPoint.
Oh no, I'm late to work. Guess I gotta play D&D.
Oh, please, Your Honor, don't send me down for life in prison. Send me to a table of eternity where I play D&D forever. Oh god, that would be so awful. Don't do that. Oh no, Your Honor. Your Honor, I'm guilty. Please make me a DM.
Yeah, I think that's the difference.
Yeah.
Is like if you're an eternal DM, it's like
I sentence you to forever DM.
Oh, now that is a sentence. Yeah.
With the possibility
I
of
love DMing,
player
but
parole.
not that much. Yeah. It's like you may join every campaign ever, but you will always DM it.
Every
single time.
And you're not allowed, and like the most severe sentence would be you're not allowed DMPCs. You're not allowed to like even remotely play. You're allowed NPCs, but you're not allowed players with stats. You're not allowed to do anything with those NPCs. They are simply for your players.
Oh.
What a nightmare.
No. All kinds of wrong.
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. Good lord.
Yeah.
However, considering your NPC currently is sitting in a pub with a duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've benched her.
Yeah.
She's been benched.
Well, we just realised that both of our healers are.
Yeah, I was just about to say you've left both your clerics behind, which is like a super swell idea, and you should have definitely done that. That's a really good idea.
Well, we didn't think the little girl was going to turn into a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I mean, absolute worst case scenario, Vi comes back out, but that's worst case scenario because Naren's quite useful right now.
Well, if you can stop 84 from being rope, then she has some healing spells.
True. But she's not as good as all the other three.
No, I'm not a cleric.
No, I'm not a cleric either.
Okay, so hello and welcome to Rolling for What, another episode of Rolling for What. I think I'm just going to be done saying the specific episode, purely because of the confusion from episodes 1 and 2. But that's all sorted now by the time this episode goes out. So welcome. We are here with the sum of the Unseen Accord. Chloe will be joining us later. So shall we dive straight in and introduce ourselves with a little fact?
Oh no.
You do this every week. Every week you forget. We do it every single week now.
I got a notebook. I
got a notebook,
I did that one. I remembered that bit. I didn't remember the fucking fact.
And now Ash and Aries are dramatically writing things
I was thinking about this a couple of days ago. I was like, oh, I need to think of a fact. I just couldn't. I was like, yeah, fact.
You need a midweek reminder for this.
Okay, I'll set a calendar reminder that I need to like put
on a Monday we need a fact reminder. So that we have the day to think about it.
I'm gonna be
Aries.
Past
Aries remembered.
Wow, look at that.
Hey, well done. I am going to put every Monday then. I'll do that after the session, fuck it.
Anyway.
Carry on.
Hi, I'm Katie, pronouns she, her, and I play 84, also she, her. She is a little rogue bard changeling, but she changes into objects instead of into people. I guess my fact for this week is going to be about the little bit of past that we know, considering she doesn't have many of her memories. Of the time she sort of joined a flower power group. And she met the one I lovingly call Gay Dad. He does have a name, but you don't need to know that. For now, just know that she was a flower power child, and that's where her music came from, was her flower power era. And the ever-loving Gay Dad, who one day we will find.
But whichever one of you two wants to go next, it's up to you. Usually I have an order of things because of the cameras, but now I don't. So
TJ, we rely on you for this.
Aries.
Yeah.
You can't expect us to make decisions.
Actually, Ash, you go first.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ash. Call me whatever pronoun under the sun. I don't care enough. And I play two characters. I play Naren and I play Vi. So Naren is a tiefling warlock, and Vi is a druidic monk. Both she, her. And what fact to give about either of them? Oh, wait, the viewers don't know this yet. Vi has a pet owl bear called Albert, who I did think of a better name for at one point, but then I forgot at the time when we met the owl bear again, and so now I just named him Albert after, well, Albert from the Owl House.
Fair.
Yeah,
That's cool.
So and yeah, he's lovely because she found him when. Huh?
His name is Hootie.
No, the wooden owl.
Yeah, the wooden
The
owl.
wooden owl on her
I
staff
was
is
like
Albert.
really upset about that for a second. Then. Oh my
Don't
god!
Don't you doubt me on my
Oh.
Owl House knowledge? My favorite show.
Oh, that like genuinely hurt me for a moment.
Yeah, I
there.
bet would, but I'm right as
Ah.
would be about the owls.
Oh, good lord.
But yeah, she found him when he was a young'un and then took him in because he didn't have a mummy. So she took him in, and then he lives in the autumn section of the Forsworn Garden because there's summer, spring, autumn, and winter sections of the garden.
And because
Like
rich girls
compass.
get whatever they want.
Yes, so he lives in the autumn section, and he's adorable.
He is.
He's fully grown now, and he's
Big
cute,
boy.
so adorable. Yeah.
Aries.
Hello, I'm Aries. Nice to meet you. Welcome back.
He's
I'm
not drunk.
here
I
today.
swear to God, he's not drunk.
I'm not here today. I go by he, they pronouns. I play Jam. He goes by he, him pronouns. And my first fun fact about Jam is that he never knows what's actually going on, and he's just going with the flow. He's never fully aware of the entire situation that he's in, which we have discovered multiple times, and it's definitely not my fault.
That explains you decapitating a child last session.
Definitely not my
Jam
fault.
is a bit of a himbo.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Strong himbo.
But also, I'd like to quickly apologize just in case my vibes are off. They are. That is all.
If you think their vibes are off, you're right. You are justified.
Mm-hmm.
Would
You're
you
not
say
wrong.
that? Would you say Jam is a himbo like the Prince Charming type character from Once Upon a Time? No, not Once Upon a Time. Happily Ever After. That one where the princess comes into real life. Is that what it's called?
That's Once Upon a Time.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Is it Once Upon
You
a Time?
mean
Prince Charming,
you mean-
who Snow
yeah,
White's
Prince Charming with
the-
the big
the
puffy
movie-
sleeves.
Enchanted. That's the one.
Enchanted.
Oh.
The one who taught chipmunks.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, Cyclops.
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah, the
does
guy from
talk to
Sonic.
chipmunks, 'cause
Yeah.
Vi's usually a
Yeah, from
chipmunk.
Sonic, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Vi's usually
Yeah.
a squirrel, but you know, it's fine.
Yeah, Jam does give off whatever his name, that prince's name's vibe.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
he does.
Mm.
Yeah. 'Cause
More
he's
violent.
actually
Eric? I
delightful,
think
but he just
Eric?
I think so.
Sounds familiar. Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll probably get corrected in the comments anyway.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I don't want to Google it.
Yeah.
I might Google it.
That's fair.
We'll correct ourselves
Let us
now.
know.
I'll put a photo of him
Yeah.
down below. If anyone doesn't know who we're talking about, we'll put a photo of him below.
That'll be helpful for me as well.
It's just
Yeah.
Tom from Sonic.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
Sonic. He's the
Sonic's dad.
Sonic's dad, but with big puffy
Yeah.
sleeves, big puffy shoulders.
Yeah.
Okay, he's
Well,
Googling
that
it.
was not a website I thought I was going to go on.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no.
Oh no.
Can't be looking at those kinds of websites whilst we're playing D&D.
You've got glasses on, it reflects.
Someone pause it. Zoom it in hand.
Enhance.
Well, the website says every princess deserves one, an enchanted prince. And I'm like,
Oh,
I was like,
You're
this
just
was not
finding a
what I
sugar
was
daddy,
meaning.
which brings us back to
Yeah,
our previous
basically.
conversation.
yeah.
I'm
Please
like,
give us money.
I was like, this was not.
It's
This
fair.
is not what I was looking for.
Yeah. We just
Um,
want to live in a mansion and play D&D.
Honestly,
we do.
Yeah.
If somebody's willing to pay for
someone
that.
buy
It'd be a
us the
vibe.
castle that they do D&D in a castle
Oh my
in,
God,
then we'll live
yes.
in that and
Prince
play D&D.
Edward.
Mm.
Oh, but it was Prince Edward.
Did you
Ah,
find it out?
Edward.
what a
Yeah,
cute
Yeah.
name
Edward.
for a prince.
I just searched
Mm.
cast of Enchanted.
Yes.
You know what?
Yeah, you went
Effective.
down a much better. I was just like enchanted prince, terrible plan.
Wow.
Well, my brain was like, those are the two
Enchanted
things I need to
movie,
look at.
Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't get that far.
No.
I'm so gonna watch
was-
Enchanted after this.
Oh yeah. It's a great film.
hmm
And I am your DM for this evening. I am.
We're so good at this.
Yeah.
I was waiting for a pause in the conversation. I didn't want to like. I like when
Never.
I like when we riff. So like, I have to. It's like traffic. It's like merge lanes. So I have to like wait for an opportunity. My name is TJ, and I go by he/him pronouns, and I play every other NPC in the world. And this week, instead of having a genie fact, since genies have been benched, I'm going to give you a world fact. And the world fact is that the spell Guidance was actually developed accidentally by a sorcerer who wanted to trip up his competition, his rival in a magic show, and accidentally formed a spell that did the opposite, and actually ended up making him win the magic talent show. And so Guidance was born. And so yeah, that's the homebrew stuff. So yeah,
Cute.
but yeah, I
Gonna
like
do a
doing
rating
world facts.
for
I think world facts are going to be a thing. I'm going to alternate maybe actually between weeks, depends on if Jeannie continues to be benched or if she's like around.
How dare you?
So,
How dare you suggest such a
hey,
thing?
you all agreed to leave her there with the duck. It's not my fault.
She needed a rest.
She did, but you could have just dragged her along. I mean, you did drag her out of her home and like took her on an adventure
Arena
across
did
the
that.
country.
Arena did that.
I think
Yeah.
there's an argument to say you
Rena
all
did
might have
that.
had a
Queenie
part to
came
play.
willingly.
Yeah, TJ, I will admit now, I wanted nothing to do with Jeannie. She wanted her to stay home and be safe.
Jeannie has stayed a lot longer than I expected, to be honest, and now I'm just like, I refuse
Yeah.
to let her go now.
I thought she'd be like, oh, my legs hurt, I'm going to take a rest. But no,
Yeah.
she just keeps coming.
She's an old little adventurer, you know.
It's
Did it
because
forever.
TJ really wants to play a character that isn't
This is
just
just
a
too
random
busy.
NPC we run into.
It's
TJ
mostly
wants
that.
to play too.
It's like it
Yeah.
is kind of that, but it's also like I really like Jeannie as a character. I think she's really sweet, and I feel like there would be just a small hole in the group if she left like prematurely. So yeah. Also, there
Right.
You just got to kill Jeannie.
hasn't really been like a moment for her to naturally leave anyway. She's just sort of like going with the motions for you guys and being like, well, like
I mean, we're in a
she's so far
different.
from home. Yeah, like she can't walk home by herself, kind of thing. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we'd have
you know.
to take her back. That'd
Yeah.
be a whole different
That's
thing.
never
I was
happening.
gonna say you are wanted
No,
as
we're
well.
never- Yeah, we're never going back to Monarch.
Still. That's it. All your lives. Change all your documents. Change your names. Get new passports.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's begin.
Yeah.
So
Rolling for what?
the last we left off, after Naren, you had agreed to help Dorothy save her daughter from the horrors of
Foolishly.
Shaletown. Pardon me.
Nice.
Um,
Keep it in.
She brought this issue to the group, Naren, you did, and you all reluctantly but still agreed to help Naren on this noble quest to help someone's daughter, guide this young figure to a family friend in hopes that her mother might be able to find a way for her to leave the town itself at a later date. So once you all agreed, you left Jeannie and Boris behind, and Cinder as well as I know Beetroot's still with you, and Gus is
Beetroot's
just
always
in
in the
the
bag.
bedroom. So you all agreed, and you went downstairs, and you intercepted Isla, the daughter, and took her as the parents were walking out of the bar. You took her away in the opposite direction, heading towards Pine Heights. As you made your way towards Pine Heights, Isla began to complain about a headache and about her stomach being a little bit sickly. And after a few things that you guys tried, you tried a spell, you tried giving her some holy water to try and sort of soothe her stomach. Some things seemed to work, some things seemed not to work as much as others. But as you pushed a little bit further on, you got to the boundary towards Pine Heights, and suddenly Isla became a little bit more in pain. And as 84, you offered to give her a piggyback, she was just about to jump up on your back when suddenly she crumpled in pain and transformed into a horrific creature with multiple limbs and large claws, with no eyes and just a gaping, toothy maw. You soundly defeated this creature that seemed to scream as both an animalistic scream and Isla as a little girl. And Jam and Garina, you both bisected this creature as you plunged both of your weapons, clanging them together as it died, fell to the ground. You started to see lights turning on in the houses, the noise of the commotion and the fight clearly drawing a lot of attention to your current position. And as the fight came to a head, you started to see crowds of people gathering just barely off in the distance, making their way towards your current position. It's at this point you all look over to where you saw 84 run behind a lamppost, and you see panic in her eyes as you see Jam and Garina carve this creature in two, and it yelps and screams. There's a mixture of Isla's screams in there, and you see 84's eyes go wide, and suddenly you see her transform into a 10-foot length of rope, and she just falls to the ground. And it's at this point you hear crowds getting closer and closer.
Shit.
TJ, quick question.
Yes.
Did I ever say that I undisguised myself from being Dorothy because I tried to talk Isla down when she was a monster? Did I ever say I stopped being a
You
Dorothy?
are still Dorothy.
Cool.
Yeah. As far as I'm aware, you didn't say that you
Yeah, I don't think I
changed
ever
it.
said no.
So at the moment you are still. How long does disguise self last?
Well, it's 1 hour, and
Okay,
I
yeah,
can do it
so-
at will, so I can
yeah.
just keep it going.
So you are still disguised as the girl's mother.
Okay. And we hear noises and
Mhm.
lights and stuff.
Yep. So lights are turning on. You can hear commotion in the distance. You can see just off in the distance people making their way towards your current position. What are you all doing?
I'd like to run over and grab the 84 rope.
Okay. You.
Oh, see, I was gonna crawl up somebody's leg, so you know that
That's
worked
real
too.
weird.
I was just gonna snake my way and be like,
You run over to the rope, and you pick up the rope that you know is 84. What else you do?
All I know right now is that as soon as Jam felt Garina's axe collide with his, he's probably like, oh shit, that's too much. And now he's probably like, oh no, we killed it. Oh no. Oh no. And he's probably feeling a little bit of regret. Probably more than a little bit of regret, actually. Because he probably, in my brain at least, he didn't notice it turn away. He was just swinging for his life, basically.
Yeah.
And now things have gone wrong.
yes.
Yep.
Things be wrong.
Things have gone wrong.
Can I don't know whether we established whether I can use any spells. Like, can I message into people's heads, TJ? While
I
I'm
think
stress object.
I think in this state, I think it's probably. Go ahead and roll me a charisma check to see if you can. You can cast the spell. It's whether you can form full sentences because of how stressed and panicked you are.
Fair. Fair.
I'd like to give rope 84 to Jam.
That's an 11.
11.
Yeah.
You do with this what you will. You can barely
Right.
form full sentences, and you are still in a panic. And you've just seen a little girl, as far as you're aware, a little girl, despite it being a creature, just be cut in half by two of your friends.
Do I notice the fact that we can hear more people coming?
Yeah, you're very aware that there are crowds making their way to your position.
Then 84 is gonna message. She's not gonna really look because she's a piece of rope, but she's gonna notice her on the ground, and 84 is just gonna say to Jam, be like, "Run," and that's all she's gonna be able to say.
Jam's just going to go, okay, and he's going to just start running.
Naren, are you going with, or are you sticking around?
Oh, sorry. You sort of mildly cut out there. I was like,
Oh, sorry. No.
And I was like, what?
No, are you following, or are you standing your ground?
Should probably leave. I imagine Garina's following them.
Garina's following them.
Yeah. Cool. I am going to change my disguise self
Okay.
into I'm just gonna look like a hermit, sort of peasanty type person.
Okay.
Someone that like you
Just
wouldn't really
nondescript.
worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like rags, just like I'm a street urchin type person.
Are you running with the group as well?
And then I'm gonna
Yeah.
run at a little bit of a distance.
Okay.
Just so I don't look like I'm with them, so it's not too weird.
Yeah.
Maybe I look like I'm chasing them.
Sorry.
So it gives them reason to run rather than whatever just happened.
Of course.
There,
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you are very aware of the crowds getting closer, Jam, you start bolting it in. Which direction are you going? Just any direction that you can. One of them. Okay.
One of
So
we were going towards the auntie's house. If we
so yeah, are you still
still
wanting to go towards where you were, or are you wanting to go back? Because as it currently stands, between like the left and right of you, there are like crowds that you can hear. You can hear mild noises of people making their way towards you in all directions, but it seems like the path towards Pine Heights and the path to where you came from is relatively clear.
Okay, then I'm going towards the thing.
Pine
Pine Heights.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
I was going to say that doesn't help.
I know. That's what I said. Not here today.
That's fair.
Not here today.
Okay.
You knew what I meant.
Did I?
Did we?
So you make your way, you bolt off in the
Thank
direction of Pine Heights when the group as the group follows you. I need everyone to make a dexterity save for me. As you run, you see people just sort of like looking, and you see a lot of them step towards you and try to like go to grab you as you're bolting off down these streets. There aren't a lot of people in this direction. Not 84, obviously. No, just Jam and Naren.
14.
16. Naren, as you're running, you feel your arm get like briefly grabbed, and it's only when you sort of like look back, you see an oldish kind of figure like grab it and sort of let go and start to like apologize, almost as if they don't think you're with the group. And Jam, you're managing to sort of like dodge past a lot of these people with 84 in your arms, and you carry on. at what point do you think how long would you want to be running for? So Pine Heights, you're in Pine Heights currently, and as you continue to run, you can see this is a very well built up area. It's very posh, very a wealthy area. And as you run for about a minute or so before it starts to relatively quieten down, how much longer would you like to run for before you feel safe enough to?
Until it's like as quiet as it can be, really.
Okay.
Like, even if that involves ducking into an alleyway to like be away from people, kind of thing.
Is that what you want
Yeah,
to do? Do you want to sort of
Yeah,
try and find somewhere
84's
to hide?
going to sort of say into Jam's head and just be like, Alice. Like, she's essentially just not going to say more than one word, but she's trying to guide you, I guess, with like what she can say.
Okay, so whoever's leading this like escape, I'm presuming it's going to be Jam since you're in front. Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Investigation. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
10.
10. You run past a few alleyways. You sort of look and you see them, but they're too dark. You can't make out any details, so you carry on. You don't know if there's any space to hide in them, and you just carry on running. You run again for another about a minute or so before you hear a voice just barely off to your left. You hear a almost like a growling voice say, "Over here, come over here." And as you turn, you see there's like a hooded figure just sort of with their arm reached out to you in a nearby, looks to be some sort of like crevice between buildings.
Jam's keep going.
We keep going. Okay.
Are you gonna avoid the guy?
Jam's like, person!
Okay, so you carry on running. Naren, are you going with them as well?
I gotta look at the guy.
You're gonna look at the guy, okay?
It's probably a bit important.
Like, I mean, what do I see? What am I witnessing here?
Make a perception check because it is quite dark and you've only got the street lamps to sort of like
Oh my
guide
god,
your
my
vision
rolls are
here.
garbage. Perception.
Yeah.
Your rolls
Only a
are
10.
always garbage.
Yeah, well, these dice are like real heavy, and I think that's sabotaging me.
Then get different dice.
I mean, I might do. I might just roll the Vi dice.
You have other dice.
I have so many other dice. I've got like at least 9 sets of dice.
Stop
Probably more.
sabotaging yourself.
What did you get, Naren? Sorry.
10.
10. You don't see a lot of detail as you sort of like briefly stop as Jam carries on running. You sort of look, and because of the hood over his face, you don't catch a lot of detail. But as he's holding his hand out, you see that it's a very masculine, hairy arm, dark skin. It seems to be wearing rags, what look to be like a tattered suit, like a shirt and waistcoat. As he sort of like
Orange Scrivello, isn't it?
as he sort of like
Definitely
looks
Orange
at you,
Scrivello.
he goes, we need to get you off the streets, all of you. I have a place to hide. You have to get your friends. Meet me northern side of Pine Heights. It's a shack just outside the woods green door. Go, get your friends. You need to get out of here. And you see him just like duck
green door
into the darkness again, and you just hear him legging it down this other alleyway.
All right, I'm gonna message into Greener's head and be like, north side, green shack. North side, there's a shack with a green door, and I'm going to do the same for Jam, and also the same for 84, just in case he's
cool. As you run along to catch up with Jam, you get this message in your head describing a place. Are you gonna carry on running towards it, or are you gonna try and find another place to hide?
Yeah, I'm gonna go towards it.
Okay.
Jam's just like, okay, I'll do whatever you say. I'm just gonna.
Naren,
need a sandwich.
Naren and Jam, go ahead and make me investigation checks for me. See if you can try and locate this place.
12.
12.
Investigation. That is a 17.
17. Jam, you don't notice it at first until Naren catches up with you. You go for a little bit longer, and then it seems like you're coming out of Pine Heights. And as you do, you see a hill just off in the distance. And Naren puts her hand on you, and she sees it and points it out to you. As you see it just sat at the top, this hill way off, just out of this town area, basically, just before the woods. And as you bolt towards this door, you run up to it. It's definitely getting quieter. You can barely tell the density of the crowds anymore. And as you look behind you, you do see flickers of torchlight making their way through the streets of Pine Heights, but they are fairly distant from you. And as you make your way up to the door of this shack, what would you like to do?
Go in.
You're gonna go straight in?
Yeah.
Cool. So you
I'm not going to do a secret knock or.
Nope.
okay? So you
Alrighty.
Boring.
you push straight in, you barge in, and you all tackle in. You close the door behind you, and there's silence.
I walk in casually.
Okay, so Jam busts in. Naren just strolls in and walks in casually.
I close the door behind.
Okay, so you close the door behind, and there is an eerie silence. You can't hear a lot from outside anymore. This interior space that you're in is very dimly lit. It's a very small abode. It's got it's essentially an open plan. It's got a bed, seat, and a sink and mild kitchen area, all in this one space. There's no dividers. There's no rooms. It is just this space. You see shelves full of trinkets and pots and pans. The roof seems to have holes bored into it from where the wood has rotted away. The breeze coming through some of the cracks in the wood is very evident, and the bed seems to have been disturbed. As you're in this space, what would you like to
Can
do?
I message to the guy I met in the street? Because I'm now technically familiar with him.
I don't think you are.
It's
You
a
haven't
120
seen his,
foot radius.
but you haven't seen his face. You don't
That's
really
true.
know. You haven't met him. You haven't seen what he
That's
looks
alright.
like, and you don't really know who
I
he
know, it
is.
was cheeky. I was
I
just like,
know.
I met him briefly.
So
Yeah, the
I'm
only
gonna
other way you
say,
can do it is if you can point at them.
yeah,
yeah.
So...
I'm gonna say no on
That's
that
it's all good. I know it was cheeky.
one.
Jam is going to sit in the corner and
Mhm.
he's going to try and calm himself down.
Okay.
84 is
He's
going to wrap around Jam to give him like a little hug.
84
As
should
a
be the
rope?
last person that's comforting him right now.
Yeah, but 84 doesn't know how else to comfort you or herself.
Jam would probably be like holding the rope anyway, as he does whenever you turn into a thing.
As you sit on the ground and you sort of try and calm yourself, all of you notice, oddly, dotted around this space, there are plates of that disgusting food that was being served in the bar. There's just plates of it, just untouched, dotted around, multiple plates. No knives and forks or anything, just plates full of rotten, horrible food. And in this brief moment of quiet, Naren, you hear a knock at the door behind you.
I cast Thaumaturgy to open the door.
You open the door, and standing at this door, you see a familiar figure to you. You see a brief outline of a furbolg with long, purple, straight hair, and without moving his mouth, you hear him say, "You have to stop. You have to stop." And as you blink, you are standing there with an open door and Shaletown before you.
Ew.
Lose some sanity, baby.
I was
That's
going
good.
to say a crackling at my hands with Eldritch Blast, that's for sure. So
You
okay,
feel
and
that tingle in your arms, and you feel your heart going just a little bit.
with a huff, I cast Thaumaturgy again and shut the door.
As you cast Thaumaturgy, as the door is just about to shut, you see a hand, and a man barges through the door, slams it, and you just see him like piling wood and just putting things in the way of the door and just holding it. You see him breathing, and he looks and
Hello.
realizes that you're all there. Hi. Sorry, hold on. Hold on a second. And you see him like trying to gather his thoughts and gather himself. He whips off his hood, and you see the chiseled jawline of a dark-skinned gentleman, long black hair, some in dreadlocks, some in plaits, and other bits of it like straggled and messy. You see he's got various cuts upon his cheeks and injuries on his face. They don't look recent; they look fairly old. And you see one of his eyes is fairly glassy, and he sort of limps over past you all, and he just sits on his bed and just breathes. Sorry, we had to get you off the streets. I didn't mean to scare you all. I just had to have you all safe. I suppose introductions are in order. You're new here. You're not. You're real, right? All of you are real. You're physical.
Karina's like, yeah, I can punch you if you like.
So it
She's
looks.
like, does this feel physical?
He sort of like
Smashes him
looks
in the
and
arm.
straightens his back. And he goes, "Fair point."
Actually, I feel like Karina would just straight up punch him just to prove it.
No, her signature move. Grab
Just
his
grab him by the
balls.
balls.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Is this real? Is this real?
As he looks on and he goes, "Well, my name is Andre Petrine, and you are."
Very thankful for the save.
You're welcome. I don't know what set them off. Do you have any idea why they're out here in droves?
Jam like kind of sinks into himself a little bit, but he stays
Also,
quiet.
TJ, can we get that name again, please?
Andre Petrine, A-N-D.
Oh, well, that wasn't how I was going to spell that. A-N-D.
R-E.
R-E.
Andre, and Petrine is spelled P-E.
Yeah.
E-R-I.
T-R-I. Yeah.
N-E.
Nice. I was going to spell Andre with an O and with a Y.
That's fair.
So
I got really close. It's just the E and I did the A as an E in Petrine.
oh, so close.
So close, TJ.
Nearly.
I was
Almost there.
writing Batrine, so
Yeah, that's what I wrote.
Aries gets the golden star for being closer.
Wow. Well done, Aries. So proud.
I was only one letter off.
As he sort of like looks around and he goes, it's nice to see strange faces around here. It's been a while.
I love how we
So-
just didn't answer his question.
Yeah, we're just like ignoring this guy. We're just
So-
staying quiet.
why help us?
I don't know if you've noticed, but Shaletown's a
This is
little
fucking weird.
funky, yeah. Just a bit. No, I don't. Strangers come into town, and they ain't been affected by nothing yet. I want to try my best to try and, make it worth their while. Save him. Not have him torn to pieces by the crowds. I had to save you
How's
because
that working out for you?
we are alive, right? Made it.
Yeah, but what about the other groups that you've apparently tried to help?
The chosen few got to them first. What brings you here? People don't just wander here.
Looking for someone?
That seems to be the regular story that everyone comes here for. Looking for someone.
Mr. Orange Crivello, heard of him?
Vaguely rings a bell, but I don't think I've ever met a Scrivello before.
Can I maybe do a little insight check, see if he does actually remember?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check.
Nice. That's a natural 20.
Natural 20.
Hey.
Yeah.
You see, he's trying to rack his brain. You see his eyes dying back and forth, and he's legitimately trying to remember if he's ever met someone by that name before. And as he sort of brushes off, you see that he can't remember if he has or not.
What a waste of a natural 20.
Tragic.
He sort of looks on and he goes, so you came here, you're looking for someone. What were you doing in the street? Why are they seemingly after you?
Jam kind of as a response, he kind of uses 84 as a rope to bury his face in, and he's just hiding himself.
Okay. Imagine Aries. How often have you seen Treasure Planet?
Quite a lot.
God.
Great. I'm thinking
recently,
the
too.
way Morph
Yeah.
plays and snuggles.
Yeah.
The way he goes and under the I'm thinking 84 is trying to do that. She's trying to worm her way
Yeah.
around to try and comfort you
Yeah.
as best as she can and hide you at the same time.
Yeah.
Because she
This is
can't
what-
answer any questions. What else is she gonna
Yeah.
do?
He
I
sort
feel
of
like
looks at
Arena
you.
would be pretty blunt about it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna
What a guy.
I'm gonna let you guys do this. I'm not gonna get Garina involved because obviously she's not here
I
just
know.
yet.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just I feel like she would though. She'd just be
She
straight up
definitely would, yeah.
yeah.
She would be
Yeah.
we killed one of them.
Yeah.
As Andre
Um,
looks at you, Jam, and he goes, "What's up with the kid?"
Wait, he knows I'm a kid?
No,
he's
Jack
He's
was
referring
thinking
to
it.
Jam. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was hang on a second. What magical eyes does this guy have?
I'm gonna go to Jam and just put my hand on his head because he's on the floor, just there. And then I'm going to turn to Andre and say, there was a bit of a scuffle in the street. Monster? Know anything about monsters?
And you sort of see his face drop a little bit, and he goes, "What did this monster look like?"
Originally a little girl.
Wait, we'll come back to that. What did the monster look like? Describe it to me.
Multiple limbs, no eyes, big mouth, fleshy.
I thought they were gone. It's probably what's getting everyone in a commotion. You all come across a rotter.
A rotter.
Rotter.
What?
They've been plaguing this place for a long time, but as far as I'm aware, they were all gone. The chosen few tell us it's the chosen punishment for us for losing faith. By us, I mean them. Never subscribe to that bullshit anyway. Are you sure you saw what you saw?
As clear as I am to you.
They're gonna be
Uh,
pissed.
Just real quick over the table. Are the rotters also what we were seeing whilst we were like in the mists as well?
You're unaware of. It's not the same design of creature. No.
Okay.
You're unaware of what
Okay.
they were, but they are distinctly different. They share some
Okay.
similarities with like multiple limbs and like horrifying features, but it doesn't look the same.
Okay.
The ones in the mist exploded too. So
Yeah.
Mm.
upon killing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Andre sort of like looks at you and he goes, "Oh, I suppose an explanation is in order. I've been hiding out here for a while since the rotters were pushed back, buried them all further into the town. Thought they were all gone. It doesn't seem possible that they're back. And you say one was a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And you're
And
sure
then
of
she
that?
started ripping her stomach apart and became a monster.
That don't sound like a rotter, but what she turned into sounds like. Well, I don't know what that means.
Sorry, do you need some water?
No.
Okay.
Sorry. And he like lifts his neck and he goes, a little consequence from the chosen few. And you see like a healed over gash across his neck where it's very clearly been like cut. And he sort of looks and goes, that's what happens when you get caught trying to leave Shaletown. Luckily I survived.
Apologies.
It's okay. It's not your fault. Look, you can stay here for the night, or at least until the bell tolls in what I suppose would be the morning. We don't know. We haven't seen sunlight for a decade. But if you need somewhere place to stay, I don't think it's safe for you guys on the streets anymore. You're public enemy number one now. Strangers waltzing into town. You speak to anyone? What did What did you tell him? Please tell me you told him you were from here.
No, we said we were travelers.
Yeah, it ain't safe for you in the streets no more.
Hmm.
Might have noticed, but place is a bit wacko. They don't think there's any other place apart from here.
Yeah.
84 is just gonna message into Naren's head, and she's simply gonna say, "Friends, bar." No?
I know what.
Oh, right.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Friends,
no.
bar.
Yes. Oh. And back in character. So we might have left some friends at where's the bar name? The Dunking Duke. Might have left a couple friends there. Any advice on getting them back? Considering apparently out of towners are not safe here.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but if they're over there and they put two and two together that they're with you, they're not safe. And as for going about there and going to get them, you're more than welcome to try, but curfew's nearly up, and everyone in that town's going to be looking for you. I just hope your friends are skilled enough to look after themselves, at least until the bell tolls in the morning.
The frail old lady, another's duck. And there's a dog. Dog will be fine.
Oh, let's hope that frail old lady's got some fight in her.
Oh god.
Oh, she does. But
Oof.
how far away would the tavern be?
Are you asking in character or are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
From your running and escorting Isla, it's probably about half an hour, 40 minutes away. Wow,
Right,
let's
okay.
say about half
This
an
is
hour.
that.
It's about half an hour. It's a long way. You can't half an hour walk. You can't dictate in feet, Ash. It's a long.
I mean,
It's a
you
long
could.
way. It's
Could be a really slow walk, half hour.
it's definitely not 500 feet if you wanted to dimension door there for sure.
Sad.
Yeah.
Okay. Sad. Oh my god! It's only 6 to 7 minutes of walking distance. Sorry. Rubbish.
As Andre looks at you, he goes, "I if you wanted to bed down here for the night, I could send out some feelers to make sure they're okay, but I can't guarantee any news, good, bad, or otherwise. Just any."
I mean, that would be appreciated. But also, why can't we go out at night? What's out at night? What is this crooked man?
Oh, you heard
Or
about the
men.
crooked man?
Hmm.
I want to be involved now. John's gonna like uncover his face.
I imagine Karina's
like
instant
grabbing
mysterious crooked
the
man as well.
purifier, just like ears perked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As he goes, the crooked man is hard to describe. It's a creature that wanders the streets at night. Make sure everyone is tucked up in bed, not out. I've never had the misfortune of tangling with it, so I can't give you too much detail, but I know that it's essentially a guard dog.
Okay.
All I know is from the people I know that's had tangles with it, they don't come back the same. It don't kill you. It don't want to kill you. It just wants you to be compliant. Last time I had a friend who was from before everything went to shit. I kept tabs on her. She went out at night. By all accounts, she came back home. She couldn't speak. She could barely walk. She just stared like someone had taken an ice pick and lobotomized her. I don't know what happened, but she hasn't said a word since, as far as I'm aware.
Sorry, what were those creatures called again?
The crooked man.
The crooked man.
crooked men.
Mm.
Thank you.
Good to know it doesn't kill. So, have you been here since before it went wacko?
Yeah. I was born here. And I don't mean like the others born here. I mean I was really born in Shaletown. I've lived here my whole life.
Okay.
This started about 10 years ago. I think time is a weird place here. I've been trying to count the days. And you sort of like look over to like most of the ceiling as like he stands and picks up a lantern from a shelf and he sort of waves it over some of the walls and you just see like notches upon notches upon notches just carved into these walls, almost filling the entire space, even like some of the flooring as well.
Oh. Ah!
Hey, Chloe's there. Hello, Chloe.
Hello.
Wow.
So, to catch you up, you are currently in the house of a man called Andre Petrine, who basically gave you a place to stay whilst you were being chased by these crowds. And he's currently explaining a little bit about why or how Shaletown became the way it did. So, yeah.
And he's got a raspy voice because he tried to escape Shaletown and he goes throat slit.
Yeah, he's
So
got a
don't
raspy
ask him
voice.
about that.
He's got like a
Okay.
gash in his throat
Yeah.
where from he implied that the chosen few, the cult that has been that you witnessed do the taking, had caught him trying to escape and attempted to silence him, basically.
Silence him. Okay.
We learnt what the
Okay,
Crooked
you.
Men is.
Yeah, she learned what the Crooked Man is.
Yes.
What is that?
It's some sort of entity that roams the streets at night, and
I want to kill it.
It won't kill you, but
seemingly
you'll
doesn't
be...
want to kill you, but is known to do worse than kill you.
Yeah.
Oh.
A woman came back from seeing one and she hasn't spoken since and just stares.
Oh God.
And
Okay.
she doesn't really like.
fine.
Yeah,
I've
she
got
lost all of her
99 points of
mobility.
fantasy.
That's a lot.
I
So
want to see it.
as
Wow.
so as Andre sort of like continues, he goes, it as I said, time's a bit of a weird flat circle in Shaletown. Look, I'm not gonna beat around the bush anymore. You're the first strangers that I've seen for a very long time that's either not been taken by the chosen few or not been affected by the whatever's going on too soon. First ones I can get my hands on before it all starts to change. So I want to make you an offer, a deal. I know I'm not in any position to, you don't know me and I don't know you, but if you're from outside, if you're mentally cognate, then I think you could help me. I could help you. You say you're here to find someone, but you don't know the area. I do. I've got connections.
I do have this map.
You can use the map, sure. But do you know any alleyways, shortcuts, hidden nooks and crannies?
No.
No. I got connections and I got resources that I could help you with. I could help you find this Scrivello guy.
Would be very useful. We are on a bit of a time crunch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long it's gonna take, but do my best.
And very quick thing. Is the food and water edible?
Don't touch the food and water.
Nice.
So what do you eat?
The second, forage as much as I can, but the second, and you sort of like see him sort of gather himself, and he goes, that's how it starts. See all these plates of food around me. I set them up because if I return to my home and I'm feeling real hungry and I look at those plates and I think, that all tastes good, that's when it starts. The first step is making sure that you're eating. If you look at the plates of food, you want to eat it. You need to be careful. You need to have friends looking out for you. That's how it all starts.
Would you like a ration?
Got food?
I got some food.
Please.
It's outside food.
Yeah. Please.
Yeah?
Yes.
Give him a ration.
He sort of like grabs it out of your hand and just like starts to like just nibble and like eventually just
Toast it down.
puts it in his mouth and he just goes, oh, wow. Almost forgot what real food tastes like. Sorry about that. In exchange for letting you stay here and helping you out with this Scrivello
Give
guy,
him another ration.
grabs it out of your hand and just sort of like
And
holds
this
it.
one, I don't let him yank it away. Like, if he goes to snatch, I'm going to yank away and be like...
He sort of like holds his hand out and he goes, what do you want?
Calmly.
Holds his hand out.
And I put it down into his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gently let go.
He sort of like slowly takes it and holds it
Mhm.
just like to his chest.
This isn't like a power play or anything. I'm just like manners.
Manners are important.
You're literally
Exactly.
teaching him like a dog. Like,
Yeah.
no, you can't have the treat until you sit nicely.
Exactly.
As he like sits there, just like eating it as he begins to talk.
Mm.
In exchange for Scrivello, or at least information on the person you're looking for, if they're even here. I need your help. I want my town back.
Okay.
And I can't do it by myself.
And you know how to stop all this.
I have no idea. But I'm an old man. I've been here too long. We've not had fresh eyes on this for a very long time. I was hoping that maybe you could see things from a different perspective.
Well, how did the fog start?
I don't know. About 10 years ago, the chosen few rolled in, started making their demands, started spouting off their religious bullshit, blaspheming against the gods, saying there was one true God. But it wasn't as hard as this. And then suddenly, about 10 years ago, there was a crash and a white light. I wake up in the morning and suddenly my whole town is enveloped in darkness. The forest is covered in fog. Those who try to leave don't make it. And those who don't want to be here, for some reason, everyone that's ever come in, you stay here too long. You was born in Shaletown.
Um, okay.
I'm not I'm not asking you to do the impossible. You can walk out and you can try and find this guy on your own. I'm not gonna make you do anything. I just think it's finally time that we get our town back. No one's coming to help us. It's been years.
How many of there are you in your state where you are not a wacko?
As far as I'm
As far as
aware,
we're concerned.
it's just me. Until I saw you.
So how do you have connections?
It's gonna sound really weird, but everyone that I know is a kid.
Okay.
Kids here, they react differently to whatever's happening. The adults, they're more affected, but the kids, they come and go as they please. They do what they want. And sure, they get indoctrinated by their parents, but you got street kids who don't know any better. They just roam around, come and go as they please. It's the only people I could talk to that weren't involved in any of this.
Okay.
84
Jam.
is ready to create another gang.
I was gonna say Jam like squeezes 84 a little bit. I was like, oh, that's familiar.
She's like, oh, I can have a group in every country.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was gonna say now Naren's gonna message into 84's head and just be like, sounds like you're gonna make some friends.
And you're gonna love this. She's just gonna be like, oh, friends. Back into your head.
Yeah. Just gonna sort of look at the roof and be like, we'll sort you out. Yeah.
Yeah, her speech no good.
Just gonna
Speech
give
bad.
just a little gentle tap on the rope to him and be like, this is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you do that, she's just gonna message into your head and be like, speech bad.
Speech no good. Yes. Yes. Now it says that out loud, and it's like, I forgot to message Jam.
Andre sort of like looks at you and he sort of like narrows his eyes and shrugs, as if
Yeah.
it's like not the strangest things he's seen.
So, Andre, as we are strangers, are you much familiar with magic?
And yeah,
Good. What would be a good persona to be able to roam freely in?
as long as you praise the chosen and you don't look like who they might have seen running away, I think you'll be fine.
So I make myself look like one of the chosen few. I'm just like, is this good enough? Or
As long as you don't get asked questions, sure.
I look a bit more peasantly, and then I just have. I mean, I've still got the
Yeah.
necklace,
Mhm.
so I also have that. I'm just like, is this better? Or
He sort of like looks and goes, little bit more upmarket.
a bit more upmarket? Okay. I give myself a nice like. I'm. By the way, I'm making myself look human. I'm not
Mhm.
making myself
Yeah,
a
yeah.
tiefling.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm making myself look human, and then I've got like a nice looking dress, but nothing crazy,
Mhm.
and just yeah, just got the necklace as well. Just sat there.
He sort of like looks, he
Yeah,
goes,
it's like
yeah, that'll do.
I got a shawl, and
As long as you don't look like one of the wretches, then you'll be fine.
the wretches.
Oh, sorry. I've just been here too long. The homeless, the unworthy, they live in the stranded zone. It's horrible. They call them the wretches of society. They have a weird thing to do with purity. They believe that these poor bastards aren't pure enough for the chosen one's light. Some shit.
Okay, and forgive me for even asking this, but would you be considered a wretch, or what sort of status are you?
I don't think I'd be considered a wretch. I don't have boils growing out of my arms, but I think
Oh,
I don't know what I am. I'm just a
or you?
citizen of Shaletown.
Well, Andre, Petrine, it has been a pleasure, I'm going to say, meeting you. And yes, I imagine we will bed down here, yes, everyone? Or...
We still need
Yeah.
to find Jeannie and Boris, right? Are we really gonna just leave
Yes.
them?
Well, he's going to send some of the kids, I imagine, to check on them.
But he said that we don't know, that he doesn't know if we're gonna actually hear anything. I don't know about you, but I'd kind of tempted to just go look for ourselves.
Well, there's a mob and the crooked man out there, so
TJ, how long has this conversation taken, do you reckon?
Say about 10-15 minutes or so. So you're coming up to about halfway through your panicked state at the moment.
Okay. 84. You may say this is too much of a thought for her at the moment.
Okay.
But she, I mean, she essentially just wants to like voice that she's a kid and she could go. So she wants to be like, me, kid, go.
Are you messaging
like,
in this into Andre's head?
but I'm like, do you think that's too much of a thought for her right now?
It depends.
She could go.
You tell me, like, how panicked do you think she is at the moment, given what's happened? Do you think she would be able to, not even like articulate it, but think of that as like a viable option at the moment? It's up to you.
You really want to be out there when you just saw a kid get decapitated by your friends?
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm thinking is, yeah, she probably doesn't want to have to go past the kid that just got decapitated.
She's not currently a kid. She's a rope.
Well, yeah, but she will be a kid at some
And you
point.
also, I mean, you're a kid that. Oh wait, no, you didn't really get seen that much, did you?
No. No, because I stayed in the bathroom.
What about before? Did you come in as yourself, or were you something when we came in initially?
You were yourself when you walked into the
I
bar.
was
Yeah.
myself.
So
yeah.
Viola saw you, the bartender, and you're unsure about how many other people might have seen you. It also, just as a note, you don't know if he knows what you look like, but the man that led the taking seemingly is aware of there is
Yeah,
an
he
object
knows.
that
Disguises.
there is a
Yeah,
something
he
that can
does
turn into
know
object.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Because
does
he
know
saw
that
through my
I'm
disguise as well.
human. Yeah, he knows I'm human. Okay. Then it's probably not safe enough for her to go out. Fine. She won't suggest it then. I was wondering.
That's fine.
It's just like,
Well,
yeah. Not
I
I
mean-
think she would be thinking about that much right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, just because Chloe missed it,
Mhm.
Jeannie and Boris are in the inn still, and there is an angry mob probably looking for us. And Andre has said that they're probably not safe.
Yeah, if anybody knows that they're
'Cause-
with us, they're not safe.
Yeah, because we've been
basically.
saying that we're travelers, not from Shaletown.
Yeah, and apparently we should have said that we were from Shaletown.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hence why we're trying to figure out how we get to
Whether we-
Genie. Apart from
Yeah.
the fact that the guy has suggested we do not leave right now.
Yeah.
We will probably get killed if we leave right now.
Or crooked land, which means worse, I guess.
I think it's finally time for me to use my potion of invisibility that I have had
What?
for so fucking long.
Yeah.
Oh my
You
God.
nearly
The
used it
invisibility bros.
in the fight in the crown facility. You nearly used it when things were looking bad because you told Jeannie to use it if things got really bad
Yeah,
to like run
and
out.
she
But
just gave it back.
you didn't need to. So
We
you
can be
finally get to use
invisibility
it.
bros.
So I think
Invisibility.
that I will probably turn invisible and go and back to where I think they were.
Okay.
To,
Well,
let, to basically let them know that they need to pretend that they're from Shaletown and to just join in with everyone else, but they can't be with us right now because I'm worried that she's going to get hurt.
Okay.
And Boris.
Okay.
So
If that's
that's
okay
what
with
Karina
everyone.
wants to do.
Yeah.
Is anyone
I was
going
going to
with
say,
her?
is
Or?
Karina just doing that, or?
Yeah.
I mean, she'll
also,
kind of
how
let
long-
everybody know, but this would have been, I guess, retconned from earlier when I would have found out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, how long does the potion last?
An hour.
Yeah, just like the spell.
So
Right.
without
So-
anything
that's fine.
happening, you'll be able to get to and from. So you'll be able to get to and from the bar if you wanted to come back, just in
God.
time without any hiccups.
Guys,
It might be worth
Guys,
making
guys,
a bit of a
guys.
journey first and then taking the potion.
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I can cast invisibility on myself and 2 additional targets.
Hey.
I'll be honest, I never looked at the spell invisibility. I was like, that's cool, and she'll probably have it. I never looked at it. I just saw it says cast and 2 additional targets.
Oh,
so
does that
you
last?
could take them back with you then.
I could take you 2 back with me, and Karina can use her potion.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is we can bring them out of the dangerous space to safety
Yeah.
instead of all of us going to the dangerous space.
Yeah.
Isn't the point that they
Boo.
shouldn't be seen with us because we've already fucked it?
Yeah, but they're not going to see us.
Yeah, but they're not going to see us
Mm.
because
Because you're going to be invisible.
Oh yeah, but I'm
Because-
saying if
Also, there's a dog with them.
oh yeah, if
Mm,
Ash like made them invisible and brought them with us, like isn't that the opposite of what we want to do?
Yeah, a little bit.
We don't really
I
want
mean,
them with
but
us.
then at least we're
We-
with someone that we trust.
And also, then at least they're out of the space where the angry mob is, where they're likely
Yeah.
going to be found.
Because
Because
they
I don't
know
know
we're
about you, I'd rather
travelers.
have them with us
Oh yeah.
because they've already been seen with us anyway.
Oh, that is true. They have already been seen.
Mm.
Yeah. So I think
Also,
that-
That I should go back disguised and then go invisible and bring
Yeah.
them with.
Yeah.
I think you should just invisible Genie. Boris will be fine. You can just tell Boris to fly above or
Yeah.
whatever. He's a
A-
duck. No one
duck
gives
and
a shit
dog,
about a
they
duck.
walk. Yeah, true.
If
Duck and
that's
a
the
dog on a
case,
little
then
walk.
I'll come with you, but you can just make me invisible so I don't have to use my potion.
I will say I can only do this twice, so that's just a fair warning.
Mm.
How long
Yeah,
does it last for?
it lasts an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, just make. I would say that you should probably walk a little bit before you cast the invisibility potion. The spell even, just because then you know you have a bit of wiggle room to actually explain things to them, because otherwise you're gonna be cutting it pretty close. Like with going there and back, because we're about half an hour away.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: I could disguise myself and walk there, and then I
True.
could cast invisibility there, and
Yeah,
not
but
spend
again-
2 spell slots. I could
True.
spend 1.
I was about to say
out
you
of
don't
my
actually
2
have
spell
to.
slots.
You don't actually have to take Garina with you.
No,
at
I
that
don't have to take
point.
Reno with me.
I'm worried that Jeannie's not going to go with him.
Mm.
I think Jeannie would leave Naren enough to not be in danger.
Mm.
I'd be like, Karina's back at this other place if you want to come with.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, she held my
Alternatively,
hand in the mist.
and it's just to sort of chime in a little bit. Naren and Garina could go. Naren disguise Garina potioned. Go to Genie. Explain
Yeah.
things. Naren then hits Genie with invisibility to bring her back, and then hits Garina and herself. Essentially.
Mm.
True.
True, true, true.
True. Yeah, if Garina really wants to come, then that does work. Yeah, because then I only spend the one.
Because you
spell
still
slot,
have
so-
a room. You still have a room in the tavern. They have, as far as you're
Yeah.
aware, they haven't left that room. So,
Mm.
you know, you could stay there until Garina's visibility drops, and then cast it again on her to get back.
Mm.
Yeah,
But it depends
and
on how you
also
want
would be a
to
short rest at
tackle
that point, so I would get my spell slot
It
back anyway.
Wouldn't be a
Wait,
short
I would have
rest.
spent it. Damn.
No. It also wouldn't be a short rest because it would only be half an hour because it's half an hour there, and then the potion lasts for an hour, so you'd be waiting half an hour.
Is short
Cast
rest
it,
not
and then-
half an hour?
No, it's
How
an
long's a
hour.
short rest?
It's an hour.
Oh,
Short rest is an hour.
sad.
Yeah.
I've been misinformed my whole life.
Yeah. Short rest is an
Yeah.
hour. Long rest is technically 8 hours.
Yeah. Fair.
You can use certain spells to make a short rest into 10 minutes, I believe, if you're like a high level cleric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have it's like a
Um,
ritual thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a ritual. But yeah. But
Yeah.
most of the
Yeah.
time.
It depends on how you wanted to tackle this. And as you're sort of like
That's fair.
deliberating, Andre sort of like looks and goes, "Well, once you talk about this in your next moves, give my offer a think. It'll be on the table as long as you need it. And now I'm gonna try and bed down for the night. The bell's
So
gonna call soon."
It sounds like you want us to take down the chosen few because they caused this, by the sounds of it.
Truth be told, yeah, killing Father Crawford would be a real good thing for me and for everyone here, but I think this goes higher. There's no way a man like that accumulates that much power by himself. I don't want to get you all tangled in something that might end up getting you all killed, but everyone here, everyone that lives here, believe it or not, they're innocent. No one asked for this.
Does make me feel slightly guilty if I start having to kill people. Only slightly.
Only slightly.
We've killed plenty already. Might as well add to the count.
We killed a kid. How worse can it get?
I didn't kill a kid.
True.
We
Child
killed a kid.
murder.
Funnily enough, Naren did not lay a finger on that kid other than holding her hand to guide her to safety.
It made me feel better.
Nope. Nope. Absolutely not. I'm not joining in on the child murder.
We
My
got-
hands are
But-
clean.
But this This group, we endorse child murder. We've already said that before.
Yeah, we do.
Vi has killed a teenager, and Naren has not killed a child or a teenager.
I think this is the
Not
first time that
yet.
Jam's killed a child. I don't remember any others.
I'm
I'm probably remembering wrong, but
Yeah.
you know, my brain's probably like, put that to
Well,
the side.
all of the like blue robed dudes were teenagers.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
all fairly
Well,
young.
chill.
That's what
We
I'm on about.
we killed so many teenagers.
Yeah.
Jam's barely past being a teenager. He's fine.
Same
So you're
age.
just killing your own kind. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
You're 22.
The same age.
Yeah, that's barely past being a teenager.
That's 4
Dude.
years.
Barely past being a teenager.
3.
Dude.
It's only 3. 19 still counts, right?
No, I wouldn't say 19 counts. I'd
It
say
has teen in
legal
the
age of drinking
number.
in UK, you stop being a teenager.
That's fair.
But it
You
says
become, a,
teen
you
in it.
become an adult.
You become an adult, allegedly.
But it says teen in it.
But you know, if you really squint hard, so does 20.
What?
Sorry, Matt's like losing his shit in the corner because he's watching our video, but he's watching himself through our video. He's like cry laughing by the air fryer. He's like, I put my headphones on and then I'm eating.
I love
Thanks,
him.
Matt. Not even listening to D&D.
What
just
a
looking at
man.
himself.
Legend, honestly.
The adventures of Matt in the background.
Yeah.
Honestly.
We'll have a separate room one day.
Yeah.
No, where will the secondary entertainment go?
Mhm.
There'll be people
You
doing
need your
bingo
backup
cards about what.
dancer.
Yeah, there'll be people doing bingo cards about what Matt's doing in the
Oh
background.
my
Oh my
God.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what game Matt is playing.
Yeah. You can have your own fan base, Matt.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
But yeah, so I'm guessing you guys will bed down. Me and Garina are gonna go.
Oh,
Are
no.
you
Sure.
gonna chug your potion and I'll disguise myself?
I don't know if I want to waste the potion because it was so fucking expensive.
That's fair.
Like, if someone's going anyway.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
only want to have the additional spell slot just in case
Yeah,
something
yeah.
happens. Yeah.
I'm sure she'll believe you.
Okay.
You could
Yeah.
always leave a message with
Mm.
Naren.
Yeah, I could take a message.
Right.
The message is oh god. The message is come back to us, please. XOXO Garina.
You have to say XOXO Garina.
Yeah.
Very compelling.
Come.
She's not very sentimental, is she?
Yeah.
So Garina. It's so Garina, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very stern and to the point.
Yeah. Yeah. You can actually follow Naren.
XO.
Karina.
Cool.
XOXO
Yeah.
Garina.
Okay, yeah, Garina, sorry. There we go.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
forget the end.
XOXO.
Yeah, XOXO doesn't say Garina, and Jeannie's just like, we're not there yet.
Who are you?
Okay. Yeah, so I guess I'm going off on a little adventure.
Okay.
So yeah, I disguise myself as, well, the level that
Mhm.
Adrian said would be good.
Mhm.
And yeah, anyone who possibly approaches me, I'm just going to be like, please be his lights, and like continue on my way.
Okay. So, Naren, as you exit the building, what are you rest of you doing as Naren leaves?
Trying to become normal.
Fair.
Just so you know, big old risk because the crooked man could be out here, guys.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah.
Don't die. Yeah, can 84 be trying to like go through happy memories in her brain? Like
Mhm.
so like she's thinking of like when she saw her mum in the land of the dead.
Yep.
Like she's trying to remember like her time with Scooter. And she's basically trying to go through all the happy thoughts in her brain to try and
Okay.
calm herself down,
Yeah.
like de-stress.
Okay. Go ahead and after, I'll say because we'll do this as like weird timey-wimey stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll cover you guys first, and then we'll get to Naren. So this is as Naren is leaving the building. Several minutes go past, and you spend this time trying to relive all of those good memories. What's your DC currently at? You've got the reviewed sheet, haven't you? I sent it to you.
Wisdom save start DC is 10
Yep.
because I've not gone over
Oh,
my
you
maximum.
haven't gone over. Oh, okay.
I hit my maximum,
I
which
see.
turned me into an object,
Yeah.
but I never went over it, so it starts at 10.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a wisdom save for me.
Roll that wisdom save. I don't know what my stats are for wisdom saves. Well, sad. No pluses. Boo hiss. I hit an 11 though, so it doesn't
Hey,
matter.
nice.
Haha.
As after
First
about
try, baby.
20 minutes, half an hour or so, Jam, you feel the rope just sort of like moving, and you see 84 just form back into herself.
I immediately
Aw.
go in for a cuddle. Like, as I turn out from a rope, I'm just like, eh.
Yeah, Jam's immediately like hugging you back, and he's it's back. He's a mess.
yeah, of course.
He's
Why
also
else
going
do-
to be like, "I'm sorry," because he thinks it's his fault. It very much is, but
84 is just gonna like pat you on the head and be like stroking your hair, just being like, no, it's not your fault. It's everything. This place isn't nice. I don't like it here.
About again, it's a little bit of a retcon, but about 15 minutes into you conjuring those happy memories, 84, the rest of you hear a bell in the distance ringing. One large ding as it echoes out into the town. Is there anything Garina or Jam would like to do before we move over to Naren, making her way?
Where are we currently? Just in the
You're
street?
you're in Andre's shack, basically. It's a very small space. It's all like one room. It's a fairly small shack that you're just in on top of a hill looking over the Pine Heights. And if you want to know where Pine Heights is, the map is in the Discord chat.
Oh,
in
amazing.
the party handouts.
I think that I would like stay where I am, but like try and look out to see if I could see this thing.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
That is a 10.
10. You look out, and as you hear this bell ring out, you see the torchlights that have been moving through the streets, moving in separate directions, almost like scattering, as if there are people that are now fleeing back to their homes. And you see one by one the torchlights dimming out from as far as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a brief cold that washes over you, Jam 84, as you see a very thin layer of mist roll over what you can see of Pine Heights. But you don't see any particular entity or creature in the streets.
Thin fog, did you say?
Yeah, it's a very, very thin layer. It doesn't cover anything or distort anything. It's just a layer of fog that sort of sits in between the nooks and crannies of the town.
Okay. Oh, I'm wondering if this fog is like what spiders' webs are in video games, where it just alerts the spider immediately if you go if you tread on one. And I think, despite being invisible, you're still gonna disrupt the fog.
Yeah.
I'm not even
now we're
invisible
now
right
into
now.
this. Everything's fine.
You're welcome, guys. Hopefully I
Let's kill
find
the cricket
them.
man.
So,
Stay in messaging distance.
I can't.
yeah, you can't.
You're in messaging distance between
Oh,
me, surely,
another
at the
beast.
moment.
It's 120 feet.
Well, how far have you gone?
Well, it's further
So
than
at this point, when
500
the
feet.
fog starts rolling in, Naren is out.
Yeah,
Oh.
500 feet is 6 to 7 minutes of travel.
Mm.
Sad.
Yeah.
So Naren, as you're making your way through these streets, again, I'm going to roll it back a little bit just after you leave the shack and you make your way down the hill into Pine Heights. I need you to make a stealth check for me, just a social stealth check, not like you're hiding from anything, but trying to avoid drawing any
Oh my
attention
god,
to yourself.
no, this is not the time to roll like shit.
Do you want to borrow one of my dice sets?
What? No, I changed the dice, and then this dice set was rolling good, and now this is the first time it's rolled bad. Everything was above 13, and then this is
Boo.
TJ. Cheeky question.
Go on.
I got inspiration ages ago as Vi,
Right. Yeah,
and
Vi's
I never used it.
with what
Can I
happened
use Vi's inspiration?
with
or-
what happened in the forest, you and Vi are fairly separated in terms of like entity wise. I'm gonna say you and Vi's inspiration is separate.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Just double checking. Because I've been holding on to that inspiration for a long time. I'm like,
You have.
Can I use it?
You
No,
have.
like Naren's here this whole time. Stealth fudge. 8.
8. You sort of like walk down the hill. You walk through the streets of Pine Heights, and you can see that. I'm going to change this over actually, just for you.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, it's fine. It's not a combat map.
Oh.
It's fine.
And you notice
So
like this
pretty.
area is a lot more well-to-do. It's a lot wealthier. There are properly built houses. As you're walking down, you can see torchlights going out where people are sort of like going to bed, and there is still a vague fog in the air, but not really something that you're worried about. And the bell hasn't tolled just yet, so you're in the clear. And as you walk through these streets, disguised as you are, you see a group of about 5 people, some of them having torches, making their way towards you down the street. And they are sort of looking in alleyways. And the whole time they're walking towards you, you can see them smiling, just happily, as if they're jauntily going on a stroll, but they're clearly looking for someone or something. And they're just sort of like looking in alleyways, and one of them clocks you. And they start making their way towards you. Are you going to carry on walking, or are you wanting to divert yourself anywhere else? What's happening? Wait, what are you doing?
Well, as I'm walking on my way, I will just what was the word? Praise be His light.
As you walk up to them and they meet you.
Praise be His light. Sorry, I'm making my way home as we speak.
Have you seen? There's some fugitives. Some they call themselves travelers. They
Travelers.
yes,
Here?
I know. They not to alarm you, miss, but they've and he sort of looks around and they go, we all think they've brought back the rotter infestation with them. I don't suppose you've seen a group of unusual sorts around here, have you?
I haven't. No, I heard some commotion not long ago coming from that way though. So I've hastened my step to get home as quickly as I could.
Good. You should watch out on the streets. Curfew's nearing its time. And you see one of the women just sort of like looking at you, holding a torch. I need you to make a persuasion check for me.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh my god. That's 11.
11. She sort of like looks at you quizzically, and she goes, "Praise be, miss. Where are you?
Praise be His light to you.
Are you? Where are you going,
Where's
Where's
the map?
So at the moment you're in Pine Heights.
Yes.
You're at like the sort of like the edge of Pine Heights. Let's have a look. If I can get out.
Adults can't pass into different areas.
Yes, true.
Only kids can.
Whereabouts at the edge of Pine Heights? And what did you say?
Bear with me just 2 seconds. I am going to let you know. Where did I put it? There it is. So you are currently over on the sort of like northeastern side. Northwestern side of Pine Heights. So north to the left.
Okay. So looking at the lines of the road, yeah. Say top line is the one that leads to the round. Which
So essentially, you are on that top line. You are on that
Yeah.
crossroads there.
I'm at the crossroads just below it.
Yeah, so where that line goes
Okay.
into the round there, that first turning downwards, that crossroads there, you're there.
Right, bro. Okay.
And where the commotion happened, this is a rough map, by the way. Where the commotion happened is literally just down the road, a couple streets away.
Okay. Yeah, my house is literally just up around the corner to the left.
Do you belong to a family? I don't mean to pry. Loving neighbors like to make sure their friends are safe. We also live here. We
I
need to make sure that everyone is okay.
I truly understand, but if you may forgive me, I'm a little bit shaken by the commotion I heard back there, and curfew is approaching. I would really appreciate to get home.
Make another
That's
persuasion
okay
check.
with you. And persuasion. That is cousin of a 20.
Nice.
Yeah,
As you sort of like panically say this,
and I grabbed the cross as well
Mhm.
as I'm saying this.
she sort of like looks and goes, "Of course, my apologies. Please be safe, and the streets are no place for a lone woman to be wandering. We'll be making our way to our beds soon too. Praise be.
As you should. Stay safe. Praise be.
May the Lord look upon
And
you." And they sort of like walk
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
You
I
can
hurriedly go as though I'm like a bit scared and
Okay.
trying to make my way home.
As you approach the boundary between Pine Heights and the Round, you hear off in the distance a large ding, a single bell ring out across the entire town. And almost instantly, you look around you and you see a thin layer of fog weaving its way through the streets. And being on the streets, you can see it almost slides and slithers and moves in an unnatural way as if it's going somewhere. It's just a thin layer by your feet. And at this point, you don't need to make a stealth check at the moment because it's curfew. Everyone is where they need to be, apart from you now. And as you push into the round, you start to hear whispers around you. Naren. Naren. You hear a masculine voice. It wasn't your fault. It couldn't have been. You wouldn't have. You hear another voice, masculine, the voice of a story. You're going too far. And as you walk further, you hear feminine voice, not ethereal, but rooted deep in your mind. And you hear a giggle. And she goes, "Brother, he's here." And there's a moment where there's a silence, and you just hear, as almost as if someone's whispering in your ear, she goes, "We're not leaving." I need you to make a stealth check as the mist starts to form, gathering around your feet.
Five.
5. Naren,
Oh no.
as you walk through this mist, you feel almost like you're wading through water at one point, and you look down, it's just the mist and the fog. And you are looking around making sure that no one's around, looking out for what you know is roaming these streets as you hear. You are out. And as you turn, you see nothing.
Oh no, I don't turn.
Okay.
No. I
Okay.
keep going.
And you just keep going? Okay.
I'm
Oh, I
just going,
love that.
No,
You keep
absolutely
going,
fucking
you
not.
don't turn.
You do not turn.
You just ignore
if
it
anything
completely.
touches me, yeah, I'm dimension dooring to where I need to go.
Okay. So you carry on without even a second thought. You carry on hurryingly down these streets. And the voice that you heard is not only keeping pace with you, but is just constant.
Mm.
You shouldn't be here. What are you? As you carry on down these streets, you stop.
Why do I stop?
Why do you stop?
Why do I stop? I don't
You
want to stop.
want to move. You need to move. You know what's coming for you.
Can I move
And
anything?
then it hits. You can move your hands and your
Okay.
arms. Then it hits you. You, for some reason, you know what's coming for you. And you hear like loafers on cobblestone just behind you. And you feel and see as you look down at your shoulder a very long, spindly hand come
No.
over your shoulder.
Oh, dimension door, fuck that.
You're going to dimension door?
I'm dimensioning
As
door
you-
as much as I can towards the tavern to be like, nope, fuck
Okay, as you
Yep.
you open the door and you go ahead and make a charisma save for me. See if you can push past whatever this is stopping you at this moment.
that. Ooh.
Make it a good one.
It's not great, but my charisma's pretty good.
It'd be a charisma save. Yeah, charisma save.
Yeah. That is a 19.
A 19. As you feel this hand come over you and barely touch your shoulder, its index finger just pierces into your shoulder just there as you push yourself mentally through whatever was blocking you. You step through the door and you are 500 feet down the street, and you can hear very briskly but calmly the clicking of shoes on cobblestone making its way towards you. What do you do?
Oh, no.
Well, where's the tavern? How far's the tavern? Like,
At the moment, I'd say it's roughly about 20 minutes away from you. So you've only been like walking for about 10 minutes. Like it's
I've been
still
walking for 10 minutes.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh wait, no, sorry. With the bell and stuff. Okay, so let's say it was about a 10-minute. It's about a 10-minute walk and roughly about 6 or 7-minute run. So it depends on what you want to do.
Okay, 10-minute walk, 6 7-minute run. I've just dimension door, so I should basically be at the tavern.
No, I mean like
Dimension door is
where the bell started tolling and you started like
Okay.
quickening your steps. You were about 15 or so minutes away. Dimension dooring
Yeah.
will take you to about 10 to 9 minutes away from the tavern and a 7 to 8
Yeah.
minute run. So that's where you are right now.
All right. Fuck. Don't really want to spend another spell. Oh, I don't want to look at it. I don't know if it can't see either, so it's like it could just be feeling me through the mist, like you said, Chloe. Okay, I'm gonna be running,
You're gonna run.
and if it catches up to me again, then hopefully I'm then close enough to dimension door into the tavern.
Okay.
And I will if I might try and Eldritch Blast it a few times if it gets too close, or Shocking Grasp it.
Okay. So as you
Yeah.
dart into a run, you start sprinting and you feel a presence looming over you as it's
Ugh.
facing you. It's following you, stalking you through these streets. And as you begin to run, I need you to roll me initiative. As
Okay.
you round one of the corners, and I'll get to that in just a second.
No. Guys, I did this for you.
You did.
You have free will.
You do.
Yeah. But Nara wants to make sure that Nara wants to get on the good side of the team.
Uh-huh.
You're doing
Yeah.
great. You're doing great at that.
Yeah. I'm
We're all
sure,
having
yeah.
a really nice nap thanks
Yeah.
to you.
Her attitude might change after this.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
oh,
stressed for you.
Oh no, TJ, I don't like those sounds.
TJ,
yes.
can I also, as I run, I
Mhm.
would like to cast a darkness behind me.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
What was your initiative?
It was 17.
17. Okay. Lovely. Okay, so you cast a darkness behind you.
Yeah.
Have a bit of a gander.
So are we saying this is the whatever it's called? The Crooked Man.
Good man.
I want
say
to just
so.
keep calling him Slender Man, and I'm like, he's not. Not.
As you cast this darkness, seemingly the presence is still trying to keep up with you, and it is gaining and gaining and gaining. And as you round the corner, you hear the clicks of shoes completely stop, and you briefly turn at the peripheries of your eye. You see nothing, and then as you turn back to run towards the tavern, you see a tall, long, crooked figure with bent arms and fingers that stretch out to about a foot long. You see this wispy figure dressed in a tattered, pure black pinstripe suit. It has a broken and torn fedora upon its head, and you can see its eyes gaunt, its skin writhing and moving as if its skin itself is alive, and it has a grin that goes from ear to ear as it opens, and you can see its jagged jaw moving and twitching. And top of the combat round, the Crooked Man is going first.
Of course, he's got a fedora.
So, as you are in quite an open part of the street, so I'll describe your surroundings. So you're on a road at the moment. There are various houses around you, and from where you are, there is only the street that goes forward and backwards. And there is a small street that goes off from where you sort of turned, where you knew the tavern was in that direction. So it's quite a wide street you are in the round at the moment. And you can see from where you are, you can see way off in the distance that collection of houses that you recognize as like the communal area, the markety area where the tavern would be. You can see that way off in the distance. As this figure looms over you, and it is immediately looking at you, and you hear that voice in your head, and she goes, "He's so beautiful," seemingly admiring this creature. Straight away, it is going to alter fate on you. I need you to. Sorry, bear with me just a second. I know I should read these things before, but hey.
So good.
I need you to roll me a charisma save.
That is brain. Please work. 22.
22. Bear with me a second. Mm. Okay. 22, you said?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Okay, so as you sort of like feel this presence, the crooked man takes your face in its long, slender fingers and draws you closer, and you can see it like opening its mouth. And as you look into its eyes unwillingly, you see that they are just vacuous voids of abyss of blackness as it smiles and frowns at you almost as you push past this. You feel the entity in your head almost having fun, giggling at the aspect of what's about to happen to you as you brush it off. You manage to succeed, but you do take 16 points of psychic damage
Okay.
in the process.
Is that my mental state, or are we doing that health?
That's health. Yeah,
Okay,
that's health.
16 points.
I also need you to
Alright.
roll a d20 for your sanity.
You were a 4. Now you're a 14.
14.
It's just a subtle little roll. I'm like, you little shit. And what am I at now then? That's
75.
yeah.
So as you look into the eyes of this creature, suddenly you're filled with terror and dread, and all you can think about is breaking down, falling to your knees, and suddenly just the image of your dad comes to you. You can't help but think, what has happened to him? What will happen to him if he's still alive even? How much time has even passed since you last saw him? You have no idea. And if you die here on the street, knowing this thing probably doesn't want to kill you, but if you die here on the street, there is no one to help your father. Your father will die alone, he will die old, and he will die resenting you for leaving him all those years ago, as you feel your cheeks begin to wet. Next is your go.
Oh. How far away the tavern?
It's several. It's a few hundred feet still. So
wait, a few hundred feet? What, like 300 feet?
I'd say about. How long is? So you said 500 is about what? 6 or 7 minutes.
6 to 7 minute walk. Yeah.
I'd say if you were to use Dimension Door, you would just be outside the range of the tavern. So you could Dimension Door and you'd be relatively close, but you wouldn't be in the tavern.
Right, okay.
So I'd say if you were to use Dimension Door, you'd still be about 80 to 100 feet away from the tavern.
80 to 100 feet. Okay. That's not good enough. Okay, I would like to sorry, describe to me again. He's got a pinstripe suit,
He's
fedora, void eyes.
So his skin is like a jaunt yellow grey. It's writhing and moving like almost like it's alive, and his arms fall down to his ankles, and he stands roughly about 7 to 7.5 feet tall above you. And you can see his suit is like. Go ahead and make a perception check, actually, just quick.
Natural 20. Where were you earlier?
You can see as you're looking into his eyes and you sort of like bat away, you just managed to catch a glimpse of his suit. His suit isn't an external thing. It seems like he is this figure.
Oh.
He's not wearing a suit. He is the suit. And you can see the suit vaguely moving as well.
All right. I would like. Am I considered grappled right now? He
No,
touched my face.
Holding you gently, just holding your face gently, as if he was going.
Holding me gently. Yeah.
So softly, sweet.
Wow.
Sweet.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll stay. Well, in that case, I'm a run as far as I fucking can.
Okay, so
And then
As you run past him, he
I'd
does
like
get the attack. So he is going to natural 19 for a.
Are you shitting me?
I'm sorry. It's above 19 because I rolled 19 on the dice. So,
I've got armor class of 18, you dick.
so you. I'm sorry. So you take 16 points of piercing damage as you run past it, and you see, like, almost immediately as you run past him, his neck just leans out to you. His neck elongates and just bites you across the arm as it takes a massive gash out of your arm, and you see yourself like profusely bleeding. His teeth are sharp.
I would like to hellish rebuke that if that's possible.
That's fine. Yeah, you go ahead. It's what save does it need to make?
It's a dex save.
Dex save.
Of 16.
That's cocked. 16. That's a 10. So it fails.
Oh, awesome. So that's all the damage then.
Lovely.
Okay, so 3d10. Lovely. Where's d10? Where are you? There you are. And this is not the time to roll once. That's 1. 7. Oh, that's a 10. So 17. 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. Lovely stuff.
Train the boy well.
Hellish rebuke. Cool.
Cool.
Damn boy, she's sick.
So as you run past, it bites you, and you just, what does it look like as you hellish rebuke this creature as it's just taken a chunk out of your arm?
My eyes burst with like a black fire, basically, and I snarl at it. I'm just like, get the fuck off me!
Nice.
And just like, where's it bit me?
It's bitten you on the arm and just yanked a
On the
chunk
arm.
out of your arm.
Yeah. So as it's tearing away, I just like my arm from the wound. The black fire comes out, and then it just like comes to my palm, and I throw it at it into its mouth.
You see its mouth fill with fire, and it just goes, and just immediately like corrects itself, and you see its neck.
Nice.
So, would you like to run the full distance?
I would like to run the full distance, and then when I get the full distance, I'm going to Eldritch Blast that motherfucker.
Okay. So you're just moving. You're not taking a dash or anything like that.
Oh. That is a point.
Because you can run 30 feet away and then Eldritch Blast, or you can run 60 feet away, and that's your action.
60 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Right now, I'll do the dash then.
Okay,
I'll run
so
60.
you bolt it 60 feet away from him, running as fast as you possibly can. Is that your go? You've done your movement.
Yeah. I annoyingly, I have no bonus actions. Yes.
Okay, so
I was surprised I did as much as I did there. It's because I was using my features.
Nice.
Yeah.
So as you like run away, you can see it just sort of looking at you. Its neck cracks and almost like recedes back into itself like a tortoise, like a really slender, nasty ass tortoise. As you see it just sort of sway its arms and start walking towards you in a kind of ethereal, like snake-like movement as its slender arms move and sway in the mist, and you see the mist gathering up around it as well, and you just see it. I'm going to roll and see if it gets its alter fate back.
Please no.
It doesn't get its alter fate back.
Oh, thank God.
So it continues to just walk towards you and stalk you, and it only has 40 feet of movement, so it is going to use its dash, but in its dash it's just going to like briskly walk towards you, swaying. And it has 40 feet of movement, but it can't do anything as it walks up to you, and as it uses its dash, it walks up to you and just stands over you again and brushes your cheek. And you feel that presence inside your mind bubbling to the surface. Excitement, happiness, almost a joy for some reason, as if there is a familiarity between this creature and whatever that thing is in your head, as if it recognizes something about this creature. Whatever's in your head is loving it, and it wants more. As this
Well,
thing.
Vi's screaming, so it's not her.
As Vi screams in Naren's head, you do hear shh, and suddenly Vi screams mute. You no longer hear her.
Well, that is incredibly unsettling.
And that's its go. It's your go again.
And well, just as a reminder, how far away would I be from the tavern in feet?
I'd say if you were to use Dimension Door now, because you ran 60 feet, you'd be about 20 feet or about 30 feet away from it if you were to use Dimension Door now.
No, I am going to Dimension Door and then run.
Okay, you open up a dimension door, and
Yep.
you leg it towards into the door, and you come out in front of the tavern where you were before, and you just bolt it towards the tavern. You run as fast as you can. You grab the door, you slam it open, and just as you do, you see the hand of the crooked man come right at the door, almost as if you know it hasn't followed you because that would be impossible. But seemingly it was already there, waiting for you, and you just see its fingers, and it peers in as you slam the door, and you just hear a silence. You don't hear anything from outside. As you're inside, the place is dimmed. There are lights, but very dim. The layout is almost the same as you left it, just no patrons at all. And you just hear one singular scratch come across the wooden door. As you hear steps moving away from the tavern further down the street.
Yep. Naren's just gonna sit against that door for a second. Just enjoy a teeny tiny cry before composing herself and be like, yep, doing the job, doing the job, doing the job, doing the job. Go check on friends. Yes, go check on the friends. Oh, that dog better be there. Yep. And then she's gonna make sure that door is secure in any aspect at all.
Yeah.
And go upstairs.
Okay. So you make
Yep.
sure the door's secure. You sort of like put a few things up against it to make sure it's not going to budge. And you wander through this empty hall of a tavern. And you see where the family before was sat. The chairs are nice, neatly tucked in. All the chairs are tucked. You don't see Viola behind the bar. It is silent. It is dead. And you walk up the stairs to where you know the room is, where Jeannie, Boris, and Cinder are located. And as you go to open the door, we're going to have a little break.
Yeah.
Yes.
Never.
Continue the trauma.
So, welcome back. We will carry on where we left off, with Naren making her way up the stairs of the tavern to the door where Jeannie, Boris, and Cinder were last left. And as you open this door, you hear it creak, and you're met with a dark room, no lights, and all of the beds as you left them. And as you walk in, there is one bed that seems to have a figure slumped in and with covers over it. As you see Boris just sat on the bed opposite, sort of looking, and you hear him start quacking at you. And Cinder just runs up to you, Naren, and just starts like running in little circles.
I'll pick Cinder up, I'll hug into Cinder. Like, not quite as frantic as like Vi would, but like Naren's very much it's quite a quick, like, I'm just gonna sweep it up, just and petting the dog. Doesn't even care if Cinder's licking her face. It's like, petting the dog.
It's just sort of like nuzzling in you and like
Yeah. And now I'm gonna shut the door behind me and maybe put something in the way of the door there too. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna take the bed next to Jeannie's.
Mhm.
Where's Gus?
Gus is just like sat on Garina's bed at the moment, just sort of like looking towards the door.
Ugh,
Okay.
leave him there.
Yeah,
Give
yeah.
him
Don't
some-
worry. I'm just making sure he's not on my bed. I'm just like,
He sort of like looks. He sort of looks at you walking in. And he goes, "Is the saver with you?"
she's somewhere safe, and so
Okay.
are we for now.
Okay.
But
Tell her I said hello if she comes back.
I'm sure you can tell her yourself when we all get back together.
We're going back. We're going to see her.
Not right now, because out there is very dangerous. Can you not see I'm hurt?
Oh yeah, sorry. I was thinking. My mind was somewhere else.
I'm sure it was, little friend. I'm sure it was. You're weirdly obsessed with. Anyway, I need to sleep. Do you sleep?
No,
Oh, that's incredibly convenient. Okay, wake us up if anything happens.
I could pretend to sleep though. He just sort of
No,
closes his eyes.
no, we use those eyes to keep a lookout
Okay.
Yeah.
The door?
on the door. You know what? Is there a bedside table next to my bed?
No, it's just a empty room with
It's
all the
just
beds.
bed.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna like pick up Gus and put him on Jeannie's bed
Mhm.
at the foot of the bed
Okay.
and be like, if anything happens, you wake us up. Okay?
Got it. Okay.
Like anything bad,
Okay. Okay. And
anything to be alert about.
Okay.
Yes. If like a person comes in, say, or a
Okay.
creature,
Okay.
anything that moves, that's
Okay.
bad.
Well, okay. If a creature comes in and I've been eaten, I'm sorry that I didn't wake you up to tell you.
I appreciate your honesty. I'm going to go
I
over
will
to
try
bed.
my best, though.
I really do appreciate that. I'm now going to at least get a short rest, and good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. And you
Yep.
sort of see him just like shuffle his little butt and just stare at the door.
Yep, cool. And I'm gonna get into bed. Cinder's in under the covers with me. I'm not letting go of this dog.
So you're snuggling in. Are you bedding down for the night, or are you wanting to just sort of like?
Do I get both my spell slots back with a short rest? I think I do.
I don't think you do. You don't get any spell slots back on short rest.
On a warlock, you do.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, warlocks are
Oh,
great,
I didn't know that.
Pretty certain that when I do a short rest, I get both spell slots back.
Unless it says it, I'm going. I
One
want to look at
second.
that up.
Pretty sure I get both of them back. But I don't know where to find that because I think it's just a warlock thing. They just do it.
One second.
Oops. Just go Google it.
Yeah, you regain all expended spell slots when you finish a short
Yes.
or long rest as a warlock.
Cool.
You do indeed.
And
But
when
you
do
do not regain any of your spell slots which are reserved for other classes if you multi-class.
I'm not
So
doing that with
only
now,
your
so it's
warlock
fine.
Just like it's
spells.
just your warlock spell slots.
Yeah. So, but brain. Is it after 2 nights you end up getting the exhausted feature, or is it after 1 night?
So if you were to stay up, you would get 1 point of exhaustion, and then every
Okay.
subsequent. Oh, I know. So if it comes to like when you should sleep, every hour after after that threshold is 1 point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
So it's around about this point, I'll say,
Yeah.
where like it's probably appropriate to sleep. So every hour you continue to be awake after this will be 1 point of exhaustion for a maximum of 10.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was thinking I'd do like maybe a short rest or two.
I would just do a full long rest if you can.
Yeah, why not? I don't want the exhaustion. Fuck it, I'm gonna sleep.
You're just gonna sleep? Okay.
I got a dog and a,
You got a
mushroom
dog.
dude. He'll
A dog and a
stay
mushroom.
of it as long as he doesn't get in. So
Yeah. So as you bed down for the
sleeping.
night, with Cinder,
Yep.
and the figure in the other bed seemingly hasn't moved or like acknowledged that you're here, sound asleep.
Just checking out. It's Genie, right?
Make a perception check for me.
I was about to say you haven't checked that it's Genie.
Wait, where did the dice go? Oh shit. Because like that's kind of what I would check at least when putting Gus on the bed. Oh, there it is. Yeah, carpeted floor, not attuned for wheelchair.
No.
Perception,
Mhm.
16.
16. As you sort of like put Gus on the bed, and you sort of like put your hand on Jeannie, you go check on her, and as you look, you see she looks at you, and she's got the face of a story, and he goes, "You're going too far," and you sort of back up a little bit, and you see Jeannie sound asleep in bed, just.
Why did I want to check on the sweet old lady? You know, just make sure she's okay. Yeah. After
No
that, I'm
good
just gonna be
deed
like,
goes unpunished.
clearly. I'm just saying that. I'm just gonna be like, and yeah, and then I'm just gonna get into bed.
Okay, so you get into bed.
Yep.
You sort of like give a glance over to Jeannie again to make sure, and it's definitely her. And she's tucked up tight in bed. As you fall asleep, and the rest of you in Andre's tavern, Andre's shack, sleep comes to you reluctantly, since you're sleeping on the ground. Naren, this bed is ridiculously comfortable. It should not be this comfortable. And as you all sink into slumber, you're all met with each other. I'm probably going to wait till Chloe gets back to do this.
Probably.
Because
Technically, I am here.
oh, hello.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just.
Oh yeah, she's got a
Okay.
bougie mic.
I'm just in the bathroom.
Okay, I will continue
Oh.
So I am
then.
listening.
So that's really cool. So as you all bed down for the evening, you are met with each other. You look around and you are standing on the streets of Shaletown. You see 84. You see Jam. You see Naren. You see Karina. You see Jeannie. You see Cinder. And you all stood in the pale moonlight of Shaletown. The fog has crept away, seemingly left the area. And as you look up towards the moon, you see the darkened sky turn a sickly green, and then a red crimson color. As the moon turns, and you see another moon appear, and you see the moons blink at you as you feel water rushing past your feet, and you look down, and the streets of Shaletown are being flooded. You see across on another street a huge tentacle rising into the air, and you look over to your right and you see another one and another one and another one, and you see a figure standing before you, engulfing the entire sky. The moons turned to beady, bloodshot, unnatural, starry, galaxy-filled eyes as you see water rushing around you and surrounding this being. You all hear the same word in your head. You hear the word friend. But as it comes through, It's strange. You can hear it in common, but at the very same time, every language that you all speak, you hear it at the exact same time in that language. And then you hear mutterings of a language you don't quite comprehend. But you know it's friendly. At the very least, it wants to be friendly. It wants you for its friends. Yes.
Is that language by any chance abyssal, infernal, or primordial?
It's all of those. Every language
Yeah,
that
but
you
the
speak.
one that we couldn't understand.
No.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
is
Damn it.
the
No.
one we couldn't understand the one I read in the woodlands, the one that sent me a bit insane?
It's difficult to tell because you've read it, but you haven't heard it.
Mm.
So
No.
you could probably put it together, but if you were to try, it might send you into a spiral that you don't think you can come out of. And as
Right, okay.
this muttering fills your brains, the same word repeats in every language that you know. Friend, friend, friend. And Naren, you see your arm reaching out to this being in the sky. And suddenly there's a presence by your side as a hand touches your shoulder. And you see a brief glimpse of a tentacle fall down your body. And a head rest upon your shoulder and giggle. And that's where we're going to end the session.